What's up, boys? Welcome back to the vlog, and today we're going to be talking about a little story, and that story is very interesting. What happened really wasn't anything significant, but the story itself really did a number on the situation for sure. But I've decided to do something, and I don't know why, but I just decided to do it. I decided to take off the steering wheel cover, and there's a little bit of an explanation with it. It wasn't centered. So this piece right here was not tucked in all the way like this side was. So when you would put your hand here, it'd be like a big gap right here, and you would push it down and it would mess this whole thing up. While this side was perfect, it's because it wasn't perfectly aligned. So the goal was to take it off, take all the tape off, realign it, and then put it back on. I even got this whole roll of thread right here, but I kind of missed the leather. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of missed the, like, I'm feeling it right now and I'm like, damn. That feels good again. So I don't know, I might leave it like that as much as I kind of don't. But it was a good experiment. You know what I mean? Like, I really wanted to see, like, instead of buying a $700-800 steering wheel, like, what's it like buying a $60-70 cover? And how easy is it? And I'll tell you one thing, it was not easy. And it looked all right. But what I can give you guys a little review on now is, as you look at it, it's already starting to kind of wear out a little bit. It's starting to look kind of crummy in certain spots, and I'm not a huge fan of it, and it's really dirty as well. A lot of things are sticking to it, and it's just not really feeling as good as I thought it would have felt. And I don't know, I might not put it on, we'll see. I've been liking it. I have to take the rest of the tape off. There's a bunch of tape kind of on the back still, as you can see. I got most of the tape off the front. The front's ready to be cleaned. There's obviously some residue left over. It's ready to be cleaned, but I have to get the rest of the tape off the back before I clean it. So that's the process. But let's talk and show you about the story. I kind of posted this on my story, Instagram story, not that long ago, and I'm gonna show you what it is. So my front lip is a little messed up. Instead of just talking, I'm gonna show you. So as you see, there's my front lip. It's a little chipped up, not looking great. It's yeah, it's done. It needs to come off, needs to be replaced / just removed. It is a nice big chunk was taken out of it. And there's no damage to my vehicle. Everything is good. Everything is clear. But as you can see, it's a little messy. And it sucks because if you look at it, it looks like crap. But there's nothing I could have done about it. It is what it is. But at least the car has no damage. That's a plus. Remember me saying that, because the next thing I'm going to talk about revolves around the damage part. So as you can see, there's no damage. It's just the $300 front lip I bought and put on just cracked and a piece fell off. It happens, and it's actually still intact everywhere else. Bumper's still intact, nothing is cracked and broken. So yeah, so you saw that. Not terrible, decent, not a big deal. Okay, about a year ago, I went over this pothole and it bent the Audi rim, and I actually said that in a couple videos. That's what led me to selling those and getting the Porsche wheels. And you think, Cam, like, why are you saying this? Like, why are you saying that? Well, there's a reason. I didn't file a report for the pothole. I actually tried to, but because it was 2 days later when I did try to, it ended up being too late to file or try to get money back to fix the rim or repair it, whatever. Okay, moved on. So because of that, obviously I couldn't file any kind of report, couldn't get any money for it, whatever. So what had happened was there is this construction on a local highway near my house. And you kind of have to the first lane closes, so you kind of have to merge into the second lane. So it's a 3-lane highway, but that first lane merges because of the construction and goes into 2 lanes. Very easy. It was about 7 o'clock at night, obviously dark outside, nothing crazy. So obviously I'm just chilling that lane and I'm just merging to get over. No crazy traffic, no cars or nothing. All of a sudden I hit something. Not visible at all. You couldn't see what it was. You couldn't see it beforehand. It was just sitting in the middle of the road. I think it was an animal, because there was blood under my car after, but I couldn't tell. It had sounded like my entire front bumper was either ripped off or cracked or dented. Something was messed up. And I was like, damn, this isn't good. So there's a little rest stop around the corner near my house. I pulled into that rest stop. I took a look, made sure everything was okay. Turns out just the front lip was half broken. Other than that, no damage. I looked under the car, checked the durability of the bumper, made sure it wasn't cracked, no pieces were broken off and flying around or coming or like falling out or whatnot, and then it was fine. So I looked under the car to where I saw a little bit of blood. It's probably why I think it's an animal. So I did the right thing. I was like, this time I'm gonna call because I want to make sure, one, they remove the animal, two, maybe I'll get compensation for that. Well, here's the thing. So I called the state police and I just said, hey, there's a dead animal on the road. It ruined my front lip. Just wanted to kind of call that in, just that way someone can come out and just, take a look and just, come out and at least, remove the dead animal. So at about 10-15 minutes later, someone comes out and he hands me this slip and then he's like, oh, you got to put in a claim. And I'm like, okay, like whatever, like not thinking anything of it. So then he looks at the front and he's like, no, there's no damage because it's an aftermarket part. And obviously there's no damage to the car. So I'm like, okay. So he's like, it's not going to go in, like, it's not going to be reported as damage. Like, okay. I'm like, okay, not a big deal. Like, I'd rather it not be reported as damage. I just want compensation to fix that because it's not technically my fault. All right, couple weeks now go by. And I'm just in contact with some dealerships for Golf Rs and whatnot. So I'm just talking about trade-in value of my car and whatnot. And then the guy says, we'll give you this amount, X amount, whatever. And he told me why. And he said because there was front end damage reported 13 days ago. What? So they reported the front end damage, but if you open the report, it says no damage reported. So I called back to the state police and I said, hey, why can't that be voided? He goes, it's by law, you cannot void it once made. I said, but it doesn't make any sense because you put down no damage, which is good because to protect value, I don't want damage. I just wanted compensation, but in reality, you have to put it through your insurance to get that compensation. Wasn't thinking. So in a situation like that, it's like, okay, what do? Well, that's up to you. So unfortunately, this will always be on the report as front end damage, but when a dealership or somebody takes a look at it, it's going to say no damage reported. As stupid as that is, that it can stay on that has to stay on the report, and there's no damage. Very, very, very annoying. But if you open the report, it literally says no damage reported. There's nothing. Because I told him it's an aftermarket part. So to end the story, I'm getting no money for that lip, which is fine. It is what it is. I've accepted the loss. It's not a big deal. It's replaceable as long as my car is not damaged, which was good. When you are in a situation like me, where you hit something in the road or something is wrong with your car, the car gets damaged because of garbage roads or animal that you can't see or something that is not your fault, that was the state's fault, it is okay to go ahead and make a claim and try to get compensation for it, try to get some money through the insurance. That is fine. But you have to realize that when you do that, your car is going to have a damage report on it. So you just have to remember that it could devalue your vehicle just for getting help for something. All I needed was $300 to replace that lip. Well, guess what? Now I have a damage report on my car, front end damage report, because I did that. Now, I guess the only plus side is when they open that report, it's just going to say no damage reported, so my value might not be that bad. I've got lucky with that. But there's no guarantee. Some dealerships, some people might just look at it really quick and not open it and just be like, oh, front end damage report? Okay, we're going to minus $1,000, minus $1,500 off the value of the car. But I can always encourage them to look at it. But that's the situation that I'm in because I did that. Because I thought I was doing the right thing this time. Because the last time I tried to get money for my bent rim, I was too late. So, yeah. So my thing is, anything that happens from now on, I'm not saying a word. I'm not calling. I'm not doing nothing for my sake. I'm just going to go out and purchase the part and fix it myself. Unless it's significant damage to a point where it's just going to cost me thousands to fix. That's different. Damage like a wheel, damage like a front lip, something that is easily fixable. A couple scratches on a front bumper and you just have to pay $200-300 to get it repainted. That won't kill me, at least specifically, because I'd like to save my value. And if I can save that value, I will. And yeah, that's unfortunate. That's kind of what happened. But it's going to be an interesting process getting rid of this car because of that now. And I'm not really excited for it, but it's just something I have to go through. And boys, we will make it through and we will get our new car. Before I did see the poll, and I did see that a lot of you guys like the Golf R. Before I go and purchase one, I just want to drive an M2. I was thinking about an RS3, and I might get a chance to drive one of those too, depending on where I find some. But I think I'm gonna drive at least an M2 before I purchase a Golf R and see what it looks like. See how it drives. I wanna see how it is before I really go through and just get a Golf R. So I think that's what we're gonna do, but it's gonna be a little while for a process. So guys, you gotta hang in there. It might be 4 to 6, 7 months, unfortunately. I would say latest around September, October, as long as everything goes well. And obviously I'll update you guys throughout these 4 to 6 months because, you know, a lot of stuff be going down with that stuff. And hopefully we can get into an M2 and maybe an RS3 too. That way we can kind of really see, is the Golf R it, you know? And I'm not really looking for power because, you know, we're gonna build it and put a lot of power in it anyway. It's more or less just how it drives. Another piece of tape coming off. But yeah, it really all depends on how it drives. So for the time being, we still have a few things left to do with this car, so I'm not concerned. I do want to get a video of sandblasting those mirrors because I really want to see what it's going to do. Just got to get the tools to do it, and then I will wet sand it. I just don't have anything I don't have a wet sander or anything, so I need to go out and get one of those. Once we do though, we will do that. And we got to figure out that front lip situation. I might replace it. There's front lips right now on ECS Tuning on sale for like $120, $130. So I know it's nothing crazy, but I love having a front lip and I don't want to spend a lot more money on it because this car is we're moving on to another car and there's a lot of beautiful front lips and rear diffusers and everything that we are gonna go with. I'm gonna go with like the good ones. It's not the little cheapo ones this time. We're gonna go with some big boys. We're gonna go with some good ones. But I don't want to spend all that much more money on this car when it comes to that. But I would like to potentially replace it. So might do a video soon of me just kind of replacing that and maybe doing some other little maintenance things. Make sure to stay tuned to everything on my channel, boys. I'm going to be posting so many more updates and so many more things on my Instagram, so please make sure to go in the link in the description, follow my Instagram, you'll see more updates there than here. But I will be making some posts, I will be making some shorts and some videos. In each video, you'll see me updating you with what's going on. I will make sure to get all that footage for you guys. I will keep you updated on what's going on because this next build is going to be the one to watch, I promise. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Get prepared for that build now because it's going to be coming. And if you want to see the rest of this GTI build, please make sure to subscribe, turn on the bell so you get notifications whenever I post videos. And you already know, boys, peace out. We'll see you in the next one.